Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show.
We begin this week with a veteran sea duck hunt launching out of the Rumbly Marina.
We'll head right up the road to meet the January recipient of the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship.
Scorchy Taws takes us to Milton to meet a school teacher shaping much more than the minds of children.
And Jason finds out if he truly is the bad luck on hunts with Nanticoke Outfitters.
Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch.
Lauren, we have been waiting all year for this very moment. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Goodbye, February.
Hello, March.
Let the countdown to spring commence.
Good, because I am sick of this.
Snow. We're all sick of the snow.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
Jason, you really got in all the hunting you could this year.
Oh, I certainly did. And when you get the opportunity to go out on a sea duck hunt during Veteran Hunt Day, well, that's a no-brainer.
February 8th was the designated Maryland Youth and Veteran Waterfowl Hunting Day for 2025. This is important information because it explains why Captain Derek Thropus of Fin and Feather Chesapeake Adventures had me and 3 other hunters out hunting sea ducks after January 31st. The weather for February 8th in the greater Crisfield area was slated for a high of 36 with a good chance for freezing rain, sleet, and possible snow. The order of the day was to dress accordingly, because not only were we going to be out on the waters of the Minokan River, we were going to be as on the water as we could be without being in the water. The weather wouldn't be my only challenge, though. The good captain, an active duty officer in the Coast Guard, wasn't about to go easy on us, as we had Army, Air Force, and Marines on board that day, and he was going to test not only our shooting skills, but also our core strength and coordination by having us hunt from laydown boats. Now, this wasn't my first sea duck hunt, but it was a first in a laydown boat. Our captain was well prepared, though, with 2 boats and plenty of decoys. Captain Derek has been running charters in some capacity or another since he was 19, and his desire to make sure all of us hunters bagged our limit for the day was stronger than our desire to get out of the cold. But after all, we're veterans and used to harsh conditions. Besides, much like our service to this country, we signed up for it. Waterfowl hunting is just one service Captain Derek offers with Fin and Feather Chesapeake Adventures. He'll also take you charter fishing, crabbing, bow fishing, and on eco tours. Though he's enjoyed time-honored hunting traditions here on Delmarva, from deer to rabbit, from ducks to geese, Derek says that the duck reigns supreme in his book. His passion for the sport is shared by enthusiasts across the country, many of which contact him to help check off a box in the Ducks Unlimited Ultimate Waterfowl Challenge to harvest all 41 species of waterfowl, with surf scoters and old squaw or long-tailed ducks being a big reason for his phone to ring from those out-of-towners. Sea duck hunting is a challenge right out of the gate. You don't get the luxury of being able to set your shot from a fixed position like you do from a stationary blind. Take away the larger, more stable boats and exchange it for what can ultimately be described as a flat kayak, and you're at the mercy of the waves as much as the behavior of the ducks, if not more so. Despite freezing rain and sleet joining the party, fortune favored us as we had ample ducks and relatively calm waves to start. But that start was enough for all of us to bag our scoter limit. The second half of our morning proved more challenging as the waves got bigger and the longtails were few and far between. And even though I didn't bag an old squaw, I did finally bag my first bufflehead. 2 Drake surf scoters, a Drake common scoter, and a Buffy hen made me forget all about the weather conditions and how I may need to start practicing yoga in order to get in and out of laydown boats with a little more grace.
Lauren, that was by far the most challenging hunt that I've ever been on, but with limiting outs, I would say one of the most rewarding.
To learn more, or if you're looking for a new adventure, you can check out finandfeatherchesapeake.com.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
We are proud to partner with Mount Air Farms to honor area high school seniors who have a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts.
And we're proud to introduce to you the January recipient of the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship, Somerset County Tech's Harmony Carter.
Before I wanted to do culinary, I would do art competitions, and I thought I was going to go to art school. But then I took this class, so I'm like, well, if I'm going to go to college, I need to know how to cook and feed myself. So I'm like, I might as well just take culinary. And then I ended up falling in love with culinary arts, and now that's what I want to do.
The first word I would pick about Harmony that best describes her is focused. When she's on a task or when she's on a competition, it's go time. She's ready to get after it, and her ability to kind of hone in like a laser on what she's doing and block out all the unnecessary distractions and other things that may be going on is unrivaled. That's why she's, a regional champion, and that's why she represents us at the state level. She's able to really focus in on what's important and get the tasks done when they need to get done. If you need to get something done quickly and efficiently, Harmony's the person to go to, and I think all her friends recognize that and see that. She's the final word, that old saying, the buck stops here. Well, that's Harmony. She's going to get it done. She's not going to pass that off to anybody else. She's not going to put her work on somebody else. She's going to accept that responsibility, and she's going to go all ahead full, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. She'll take care of business.
I don't get to spend every day with her like her instructor does, but I have gotten to see her grow and mature in the last 3 years. And it has been wonderful. And that's the difference about the tech school and our courses than just a typical core class at the high schools, is I get to see them for 2 to 3 years develop into what they want to aspire when they get older. So it's great to see how she has grown and matured, and not only just learning culinary skills, but she's learning life skills that she can take and apply when she gets out of school.
Honestly, culinary just has this unique sense of perfection to it, that there's so many different ways where you can get one great result, and it's something that really intrigues me because it relates to art. There's so many different techniques, but it all can make one great, final product. I just love learning it. The fact of, you can do it, but when you understand the reasoning behind it, it just makes it so much more interesting. So going to culinary school, that'll help me, get a better understanding of everything, and, hone the skills that I already have, and one day open my own restaurant, hopefully.
Harmony Carter, for your commitment to feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms, it's my pleasure to present to you the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Once again, congratulations, Harmony.
To learn more about the WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship Program, go online to WBOC.com, click on Features, and then click on Farm to Table Scholarship.
We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
It takes a great deal of strength and courage to be a woman in a traditionally male-dominated occupation.
But when fire, metal, big hammers, and bigger animals are in the mix, well, it doesn't take long for that strength and courage to be on display, as we see in this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Mary Hudson of Milton is a school teacher, but she has other loves.
I'm a blacksmith, a beginning blacksmith, because I make metal, and I hope I'm a good farrier because I shoe horses.
Mary Hudson is the only lady farrier in the state of Delaware.
About 3.5 years ago, I decided that if after teaching 12 years of school, that I could do just about anything. So I decided that I'd be interested in the care and concern and maintenance of my horse, and I should try to learn more about it.
And learn more about it she did.
I started out by ordering some books, and I went to a slaughterhouse and got some dead feet. The dead feet I was using to practice trimming and shoeing.
While practicing her budding trade, Mary had the ideal place to keep the feet. In the teacher's room at the school, in the freezer.
Good thing about the feet was that the horse never screamed. The bad thing was I thought maybe some of the teachers would.
After 3.5 years of dedication, at what stage does Mary consider herself?
I'm an amateur blacksmith because I'm still just making very primitive objects. In farriery and horseshoeing, I hope that I'm a good horseshoer. Right now, my horses depend on it, my clients depend on it.
But at first, there were those who were skeptical of a lady farrier.
I even had one man, before he'd even seen me do any work, said, "I don't think you can do it," and now I'm doing all of his.
And what do her 5th grade students think?
It's a little bit intimidating for them to know that I swing a 2.5-pound hammer and that I can work with a 1,000-pound horse.
Recently, Mary competed in the Mid-Atlantic Forging Contest in Devon, Pennsylvania. She did well.
I was the only woman to get a first, and especially tickled to beat all those men.
Mary Hudson, farrier and blacksmith, confident and refreshing. Scorchy Taws won on our Delmarva land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is sponsored by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know the phrase in like a lion, out like a lamb is thought to be more related to astrology than weather?
Did you know that there are more March weather lores out there, like as it rains in March, so it rains in June?
And did you know over the last 10 years, we've only seen one March get colder by the 31st?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
There have been lots of jokes made at my expense every time I go out with Nanacoke Outfitters because we don't see anything like I'm somehow the bad luck.
Well, even though you got your first duck with Dave, I still stand by that you are the bad luck.
I cannot wait to have you eat your words right after this segment.
When we have one come in, I'm going to hand you the bow. You get yourself set. I'll take care of the windows, okay? I'll also range it. I'll tell you the yardage so you'll know. And then at that point, just take your time and make a good shot. We should probably go over the bow. Yeah. That's a safety. Just pop it forward. You can either do it that way, or we can flip it up and you can hold it this way. Obviously, keep your fingers under here, right? Take a look at the scope. It's marked. The feeder is 20. It's just like shooting up AR without any recoil at all. You just get it on there and slowly pull it. It'll take off. Is that scope clear for you? Yeah. So that feeder is 20. See the big dead tree behind the feeder? Straight back here. This big dead tree behind the feeder. That's 30 yards. Okay? We definitely want them inside of 30. That looks like a stag. See the button on his head? Yeah. This is the closest I've been to one without being in the car. Right. He must have walked right through there. I never even saw him. Yeah. He doesn't look healthy. Like the fur on the bottom half almost looks like 2 inch. Yeah, that's normal. Oh, is it? Yeah. It's from laying in the snow and the ice all the time. Probably no more than 35 pounds. Yeah, not much at all. It's a first year deer. He's happy with that corn though. Look at, he's so light, he's walking on the ice, not even breaking it. I'd be willing to bet there's a couple more in there because they're never by themselves. There's another one, she's coming in. That's different than the first one. Yeah, she's a little bigger. That's a good sign. Nothing over there I can see. Well, we came pretty close. Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Well, I'm glad you finally saw some Sika deer, but I still think you're the bad luck. At least that's what I'm hoping for until it's time for turkey season.
Dave has the patience of a saint, and his passion for the Delmarva hunting community is unrivaled, and that experience is going to last me a lifetime.
Well, I'm happy for you, and you can have what Jason has and many others by booking your own hunt at nanticoketoutfitters.com.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Hannah, east of Pocomoke City, got herself a great-looking buck. And I'm not sure exactly how to score this, but I'm okay with counting at least 2 of the broken ones. And since I don't really know how to count anyway, 15 it is.
You really are something kind of special. But not as special as our friend Cody Brown, who not only harvested this huge 8-pointer, but also harvested a monster Sika. Way to put in work, Cody.
A special family moment was shared as 10-year-old Gage Butler of Dover harvested his first deer. A nice 8-pointer and a great memory.
The Lambert brothers, 10-year-old Colton and 13-year-old Logan, congratulate each other on their success in the Centerville area.
We have more brothers sharing hunting success as Jacob and James King of Laurel appear to bring the term quality buck to a new standard with James's monster 8-pointer.
Another pairing of brothers are the Sills of Snow Hill. 10-year-old Jeffrey and 14-year-old Jackson took full advantage of Maryland Youth Weekend with what appears to be a couple of nice 8-pointers.
15-year-old Robert Stranahan of Crumpton chased this monster for 2 years, and clearly the pursuit was worth it. Those antlers are thick.
And 5-year-old Liam Nelson of Newark lost his father, Chris, so his uncle Tom Bounds is doing his best in honoring Chris's memory by taking Liam out on hunts. And we think that's the most special thing of all.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And thanks so much for sending in those wonderful viewer photos. If you have a photo that you'd like to submit, go to outdoorsdelmarva.com and click the banner at the top of the page, or scan the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen.
We hope that you'll join us right back here again next week. But until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, Bell Creek Equipment, and Range Time.
In 3, 2, 1. I just swallowed a snowflake. It didn't melt like I thought it would. It hit the back of my throat. The disrespect.
Love it. Get outdoors, Delmarva.